This has to be one of my favorite electric piano plugins, and if it's not the top one, it's at least my favorite Wurlitzer. What more do you want? I really like this plugin so much, it already made it onto a song, and that's kind of... And I don't think it deserves a top spot just because I think it sounds really good. I mainly love it because of its workflow. It's so easy to get such a wide variety of sounds out of this thing. First of all, for example, you can just switch between a 200A model and a regular 200 model, and they could kind of sell this as two different plugins, but you got both sounds in here, and they both have a distinct character, and usually I prefer the 200, but in some other cases the 200A sounds better to me as well. So let's hear the 200 now. So the 200 is definitely a bit warmer, maybe it has some sort of a wooden character, while the 200A to me sounds more cold, maybe a bit more electric, maybe a bit more precise. As I said, I like both. Oftentimes I prefer the 200, and I just think it's great to have easy access to both of these sounds, especially when you start getting into sound design, tweaking some of the settings, and then you can just check, would these settings sound better with the other model? Also, this is physical modeling, so you might have noticed already, you can get very expressive. Soft notes have a distinct sound, and hard played notes also have a distinct sound, so I find this incredibly fun to play. Let's also hear some presets. Honestly, I don't love these presets. Let's get into sound design. Let's start with an initial preset again. Again, this is physical modeling. These controls, pretty much all of them, refer to physical characteristics a electric piano like Wurlitzer might have. Here we have the electric components, and here we have the mechanical components. First of all, with the electric components, we can kind of control the placement of the pickups. And generally speaking, the smaller you make the height and distance, the brighter the sound will be, the more harmonic content it will have. And if you move the pickups away, the sound is going to be simpler and quieter. So if you want Wurli to sound more like a bell, maybe try increasing the distance. And if you're annoyed by the hammer and key up noises, you can just turn those down, and now you have a pretty simple bell sound. And if you lower the distance again, it will start to sound kind of distorted. I'm telling you, even though I don't fully understand what exactly each of these knobs is doing, I'm coming up with so many sounds I love, just playing around with them. That's why I love this plugin. This is a great sound, and I made it with the 200A model, Let's switch to the 200 model and see how it sounds. Alright, these settings I definitely prefer on the 200A. Clank is kind of the physical tone of the reeds that are picked up being hit, gives you this little clank sound. And if you take that away, you can make even simpler sounding sounds. Ultra soft. We get some pedal noise mudding up this very quiet sound. Let's turn those down as well. Pretty cool. It has an envelope. Also, there's a speaker in here which sounds pretty good. No speaker. Stereo. Yeah, I'm coming up with so many sounds I really like. That's why I love this plugin. And I even used it in a song already that has just been released. The song is called For You. And the way we recorded it was actually kind of interesting. For me, it was one of the few times I got to record actual drums with a couple of mics, but because the amount of channels we had to work with on the interface we used was still kind of limited, we had to get a bit creative how the drummer on the drums and me on the keys, how we recorded all the sounds and how we heard each other. I ended up only recording the MIDI into a different computer than we recorded the drums, and I used Wurli. You can hear it right here. I'm tired of running around for you. I'm tired of running around for you. I didn't mix this. It's not mixed yet. The version out is mixed and all. I get up off my knees and take a step to break through. Maybe I should have used the 200 model, but I went with the 200A. And I think this is just the initial sound. I probably tweaked some of the pickup settings, but I did very little. With a bass. Drums. Yeah, this song's called For You. What more do you want? I really like this plugin so much, it already made it onto a song, and that's kind of rare because usually I work on songs for way too long until I finally release them, but this one is already out. For You at Baron Lane x Ian Carlson. Thank you very much to Audiothing for sending me Wurli. Yeah, the only real criticism I could say about it is that I think there's not really enough presets. And the presets, I don't really like them that much, but you don't even really need presets with this because it's just so fun to come up with your own sounds. Even for me, a person that usually doesn't enjoy sound design that much. Physical modeling, Wurli, thanks for watching. Subscribe, leave a like, check out my song For You and my EP consisting of 3 tracks called Groove Tape. See you again soon. I'm tired of running. Thing that I do. I guess